Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well, kids are having a wonderful day. On this 23rd September 2024, we're about to do a movie review for the movie The Purge Election Years. Now, it's the fourth movie in the series. The third one produced, the fourth in the series. So we saw in the first one. I feel like it's not important to recap the whole thing, but it's important to remind ourselves the concept. First one, a bunch of rich people living in a rich house defending themselves from the purge. Second one, a bunch of poor people defending themselves from the purge who's attacking people. Now, the third one, election years, and that's a really, to me, that was more interesting than the two others, because it was, and the second one, right? And I forgot to talk about this. So I hope you guys are watching the three of them together. We'll do an extra worst case scenario. I want to say bloopers. No, let's finish. Okay, so the third one, we're seeing election year. So we're seeing the election the way it is. How we know now that the purge was made by rich people. It was made by rich people to make the poor people pay, which is something we learned in the first purged. Right? However, the first purge didn't happen. Technically didn't happen. It was filmed after. So we have the confirmation that it's by the rich people, which we didn't have before. And we're seeing the election. Who's going to stand up against the purge? Because there's some people that are accepting of the purge. There's some people that are thinking that the purge is a terrible thing. And we have somebody at the power to really do that. So kind of cool, because we're seeing the guy from the second movie, which is Anarchy. We're seeing him protect the political. And this movie is more so focused on the higher ups. Do we protect the people that are go against the purge? And it's nice because the movie The Purge is about defending yourself. But what if there was somebody that's really important? What if there's somebody that was worth protecting on the purge? And it's the actor. I don't remember the actress name, but she's going against the purge. And in election years, we're seeing that. We're also seeing the higher ups. We're seeing in the first movie, the rich versus the rich. We're seeing the poor versus the rich. And third one, we're seeing some elite. We're talking about elite group. We're talking about almost a cult of people that are going against that person. And we're seeing really how deep it goes, because the purge itself, and this is what's really important, really important about the electoral years. We think the purge is a social movement. We think the purge is more so for the population than the politics. We know that the NFFA, which is a governmental product or program, is killing poor people. We know that. We for sure know that. But how deep does it go? How high in the political place? How high are we going up? How high are we going back? How high do we have to work to understand and believe that they're introduced? Is a president above the purge, is member of the Senate above the purge, are what we elect above the purge, because we know that even rich people, and in Anarchy we're seeing rich people buy poor people to partake in the in the purge, right? We're seeing that there's official, but we never really get the police. We never really get some law enforcement that are coming in. And now we're gonna say, yeah, the NFFA is law enforcement. They're not. They're part of the government, but they're not the police. They're not the law enforcement. So for the first time, we're seeing somebody that is supposed to represent authority, somebody that's supposed to represent justice, somebody that's representing law, partake in the purge, which means that they're allowing killing to be done, which goes against law, goes against logic, goes against everything that we believe in. And the reason why this is super important is because it goes all the way to the population. So when we have the next movie, which is the Eternal Purge, and it goes and it burns America and destroys America, you're not surprised. The best part about those 5 movies together is that they're slowly building up to the Purge Eternal. The Purge Eternal is the end. And it's not the end because we fixed the purge. It's not the end because we solved the purge. It's the end because that's the way it is. Anywho, love you guys. Take it easy. Can't wait to do the Purge Eternal review. Peace.